crush them. The kingdom needs a hero with a will cast of iron.
Don't be fooled by Tales of Iron's whimsical art style and cute characters. This is a grim, dark fantasy Soulsvania, and while not quite as hard as some of the other games I've played through recently, it still offers a significant challenge that will appeal to fans of the genre. You play as Reggie the Rat, the freshly crowned King of Ratsburg, on a quest to rebuild his kingdom after suffering a brutal defeat at the hands of the Frog Clan. These opening hours offer a perfect showcase of how Tales of Iron's graphic style is used to render horrific scenes as your father's impaled on his throne and you wander through fields of the dead and dying, past slaughtered families and under hanging corpses. These opening areas are among my favourites, from the castle to the village, mill and ranger's cabin beyond. Every screen is beautifully rendered, and even better, the environments will evolve naturally as you progress through the story. Save the village and its inhabitants will return, opening shops and filling the streets. Clear out the cellar in the old mill and the cells of the windmill will start turning in. It's these little touches that really help turn the few 2D screens into a living, breathing world, and I always enjoyed returning to these hubs to see what had changed since my last visit. It's during the second part of the game that things start to lose steam. You see, Reggie needs money to rebuild his castle, and instead of just taxing his subjects like any self-respecting king would do, he decides instead to take on numerous side quests, which is just as boring as it sounds. You're sent back to the same dungeons over and over again to kill X amount of insects or defeat a mini-boss that's often a larger version of a regular enemy. It's unnecessary padding, it's repetitive, and it slows the game's pace down to a crawl. To make things worse, the latter half of the game switches environments completely to become a blatant Hollow Knight ripoff, complete with bugs, benches, tramps, and underground tunnels. I still can't quite wrap my head around why Odd Bug Studio decided to do this instead of sticking to the gritty medieval fantasy style that works so well. You'll either love or hate the combat in Tales of Iron. It's slow and methodical, more so even than Dark Souls, and there's no way to cancel out of its long attack animations. So once you commit, you commit. Every enemy, even the bosses, has a clearly telegraphed attack pattern. Yellow to parry, red to dodge. Once you get these patterns memorized, the game becomes significantly easier, as you just need to wait until the enemy moves, then punish accordingly. It gets a bit more finicky when there are multiple enemies on screen, however, especially on a 2D plane, as you might dodge through one attack only to be hit by an arrow before you can react. There's no leveling in Tales of Iron, but you are constantly finding better gear and blueprints to make your character more powerful. Reggie can equip a fast one-handed weapon, a slower two-handed weapon, and a bow. Each maps to a different button that makes it easy to switch between the three. As in many other Souls-like games, equipment load is an important statistic here, and you'll be constantly modifying your loadout to get the best defense without losing too much speed. Despite the slow, methodical nature of the combat, I found keeping a fast roll speed was pretty much essential for most fights, and you need to be able to move around the small areas fast enough to avoid getting hit. Conversely, the two-handed weapons were by far my favourite, as their charged attacks allowed me to knock my enemies over, which helped immensely with crowd control and breaking shields. All in all, I was pleasantly surprised with Tales of Iron. It's a short 6 hours or so if you include the free squirrel-themed DLC, but beautiful romp through an anthropomorphic world brimming with charm and character. Combat is tactical without ever becoming too frustrating, and despite some padding and too many side quests, the ever-changing environments make the story worth seeing out until the end. I'll be putting Tales of Iron just before another Crab's Treasure in the B tier. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in